that in the last 3.5 years that you've been part of this government, your credibility, because you've been leaving the government, this was the 6th time that you came back in these last 3.5 years, do you think that your credibility has been intensely damaged? Does the party feel that?
I think being a 30-year-old or more than 30-year-old party as of now, starting from the student politics, the experience and the exposure that our leader Altaf Hussain Bhai and the senior members of the party have got by being in Pakistan's politics. I can assure you with, or I can assure you with a greater confidence that the decision this time to join back the People's Party coalition government was to give stability, democracy and economy a chance in Pakistan in the backdrop of the external and the internal challenges that Pakistan is faced with today, unprecedented, and really putting serious questions on the integrity and survival of Pakistan. So peace and stability, democracy and economy has to be given some chance. This is the one set of reason.
Right.
The second set of reason is that anybody who comes from Punjab, Islamabad, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or Balochistan, I think may not be able to understand that what factors warranted that we should join back the government. Sindh is the most important province of Pakistan. Karachi is the hub of our economy, is the engine of our growth.
Right.
Karachi in turmoil will not leave a chance for our economy, which is already in shambles, a chance of bouncing back and enabling people of Pakistan to stand any chance of ever talking about their sovereignty, political freedom and independence if they are not economically free and independent. That is the, and if a civil war like a situation through a conspiracy which is being attempted to throw Karachi into turmoil, to impose a civil war in Karachi.
Who's hatching that conspiracy?
To all those, we just will have to see who benefits out of this conspiracy.
Who is benefiting out of this conspiracy?
The religious right, the criminal mafia in Karachi, the underworld or the syndicate of crime, who is in connivance with those extremists and Taliban elements who have fled out from the battle-torn regions of Swat Malakand and South Waziristan have come there for taking rest, seeking refuge and are looting and plundering through this criminal network. And there have been transactions of bank billions of rupees from that southern city of Karachi into the northern areas of Pakistan to sponsor act of terrorism. We have got proofs of that. I'm saying this because this is a lethal nexus, detrimental to the very integrity and survival of Pakistan. So if a joint and united one last effort is not organized against this mafia of criminals and this extremist Taliban, they are not showing their presence there through terrorist attacks, the typical terrorist attack that they are carrying in different parts of Pakistan. They are not showing their presence through suicide bomb attacks in Pakistan that regularly, but they are organizing themselves there. And if they are not identified behind all what is going wrong and the religious right, as I have said, and this mafia comprise land, weapon and drug mafia, the extortionist mafia, and 70% of this is Taliban and criminal mafia, and 30% of it is a political complicity element. I can
Pakistan People's Party's complicity.
Pakistan People's Party and ANP, some of the leaders.
Why would you say some of the leaders? Because
some of the people. Because I would say this because when I see that ANP is fighting such a noble and a war for the security of this country, to really give it a chance to become a Qaeda-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah civilized welfare and democratic, real democratic state of Pakistan, by making sacrifices for that. They are facing in the eye of this challenge
Right.
by being the northernmost province in Pakistan and the tribal areas just adjoining them, Afghanistan bordering them. So we fully respect the Bacha Khan ideology, which is functionally
But
seen.
not the Shahi Sayyid ideology.
I am just not taking his name, but
Right.
saying that I differ with the ideology.
Right.
And there it seems that in the name of creating this sense of insecurity in my Pashto brothers, and to lure more Pashto speaking people into his rank and file, he's compromising on his own Bacha Khan's ideology.
understand. Okay,
that
now we-
Talibans are coming and,
Right.
taking red flags, and they're just opening up.
Now let's talk about President
and
Zardari.
the crime mafia is also doing
Right.
that.
What about when certain members?
And the same applies for the so-called peace committee in Liari. That is another factor that is creating this problem. And when you will talk of, I'm not saying that my staples are all clean. I'm regularly at a process of purging, and during the last 8 years, starting 2002, when I got back all my seats, the political freedom of my party was restored. The unannounced ban on my party for the 10 years between 92 and 2002 went away. Then I showed my real metal worth and proved my credentials, political, economic and social credentials. The way Karachi came a long way, became the 12th fastest growing cities in the world. $1 billion direct investment was coming into Karachi for 5 years. Karachi was enabling Pakistan to attract $5 billion of foreign FDI investment. And Sikh industries came back to life, new investment was
But what
coming,
about-
communication,
Right.
banking. 5 years, that was the model, civic infrastructure development, community development, winning different communities into my fold, serving them indiscriminately, going all over Karachi,
Right.
and creating a dent in the vote bank of other political